Meanwhile, several groups, including members of civil society, turned up at Gordon House today as the Senate continues its review of the National Identification and Registration Bill. As TVJ's Vashon Brown reports, some groups are still opposed to the bill.
A small group of people gathered outside Parliament on Monday afternoon to protest against the National ID Bill, now before the Upper House. The group included representatives from the Marcus Garvey People's Political Party.
What is behind all this? This haste to pass this bill. We are reminded by Revelations 13, the 666, the mark of the beast, when you cannot buy nor sell. So we are saying if England, Australia, India and other greater nations than us have rejected this system, then who are we to accept it? Are we the guinea pigs?
As well as the Paul Bogle Foundation.
There's no way the Parliament of Jamaica should find time to be considering something like this.
Other groups like Jamaicans for Justice, JFJ, have been closely watching the discussions in the Senate. Advocacy manager at JFJ, Roger Malcolm, says his organization has been working with the government on the National ID Bill since June, so JFJ does not oppose the bill. He says several recommendations by JFJ were taken into consideration by the Senate on Monday. In the original version of the bill, information like race and religion were required to enroll in the ID system.
Importantly, several of our recommendations to remove references to demographic information like your race or your religion were accepted, and so, for example, the authority no longer will have the ability to cancel your enrollment because you gave incorrect religion, for example. Similarly, there's an amendment proposed to remove the requirement to verify demographic information, so the authority doesn't need to verify your religion anymore. Those are very key amendments that were secured, and they were only secured through participation of civil society.
Civil society member Jeanette Calder does not think the consultation was sufficient given the fundamental impact of the bill.
40 years of waiting, but not until it was tabled a few months ago did the country know about it. And the truth is, Vashon, most of us really just started paying attention last week, Friday. When you look at the peak of the interest, if there was really engagement, I would like to believe that the Rastafarian community and myself wouldn't be standing here today. So I would like for the government to revisit how they do consultation, not on everything, but a bill of this nature. And I would really like the opposition to realize that they have a mechanism through which they can speak to the people if they find that the government is not doing that.
Mr. Malcolm says while JFJ is happy that it was consulted, there was no formal process for public consultation, so the concerns are warranted.
I think we need to look forward now to the regulation stage and ensure that in the regulations process there is sufficient formal public consultation. If you look to, for example, the United Kingdom, though their ID bill was repealed, it was in their law that the regulations ought not even be passed before there was public consultation and public education.
Vashon Brown, TVJ News.